Hey guys, it's Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about the new EcoTools, the Radiant Vanity Beauty Kit. I picked this up at Ulta. It was $50. I'm going to share a demo, my full review, and kind of go through all of the brushes and let you guys know if it is worth your money or not. So if you're interested in that, keep watching. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any of my future videos. All right, let's get into it. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you know that I love EcoTools. The EcoTools sponge is what I use every single day to blend out my makeup. I also use the sheer powder brush a ton. I use the full powder brush a ton. There are so many EcoTools brushes that I love. So when I saw this kit, I was like, okay, I definitely need to try that out. Number one, the packaging is gorgeous. Number two, it comes with 11 pieces. So there are 4 eye type brushes and then there are 7 face tools. So I'm going to take this out of the packaging. I've already used these, so I just stuff it back in the packaging and the sponge is like bulging out. So I'm gonna take this out, but I did just wanna show you guys the package that it comes in. And I think it is so pretty. Obviously, you guys know I love pink, so this is like right up my alley. Also, I should note on the back of the package, it does have each brush and then what it's for and how you can use it. But I believe that you can use brushes for whatever you want to use them for. So I don't necessarily think those are the only things that you can use them for. Also on the front, it does say it's an $80 value. And like I said, it is $50 at Ulta. I will link it down below in case you are interested in it. So inside the box, you get 2 little separate things. The first one is the face tools, and this comes with this tray. It says that this is like an extra thing that it comes with, but I'm not going to use this, so this to me is not a value add. But if this is something that you would use and put on your vanity and somehow organize your brushes or something, then that is something to note. For me personally, I don't care. Then in the face brush area, you have the sponge, the pink sponge. It's so cute. It's the same as the green one. This is just the regular beauty sponge. It's the exact same shape. And then I'm just gonna pop all of the brushes out so that I can talk about them. I did film my makeup, so I'm going to insert the footage of me applying my makeup with these brushes as I talk about that specific brush. So first up is the sponge. This retails for $5.99. I don't believe that you can get the pink one specifically, but you can get just the green one. This also comes in the duo with this one and a smaller one. I personally don't use the smaller one, so generally speaking, I just buy this one. But this one I really love. It almost feels, no, it's the same. It feels the tiniest bit softer and like bouncier than the green one, but I think that it applied my foundation the exact same way. I really enjoyed this, and I think the pink color is really cute. So this is something I will definitely get my use out of. I'm excited to have another one in my collection. The next item is this. This is the Contour Buki. I personally do not use Buki brushes. I need a handle on my brush. I don't like just going in with just this little nub, but it is super duper soft. I did enjoy using it. I would enjoy it more if it did have a handle on it, but this is what it looks like. It is unbelievably soft, and I feel like it's a great shape to do your contour and your bronzing up. So I do really enjoy this, but I personally wouldn't buy this on its own. Moving on is the sheer powder brush. I use my sheer powder brush almost every single day for bronzer. I just like the way that it kind of diffuses the product into your skin. It's not super harsh and it doesn't place the product really directly on your skin. It really kind of diffuses it, which I personally like. I feel like this one is almost like an angled brush. It has the slightest angle to it, and I feel like this one doesn't have that. So, but they are essentially the same. So they're the same density and softness and all of that, but I just feel like this one's the slightest bit angled and this one's not. Maybe I'm crazy, but I've kind of thought that since I've had it. I don't know. Either way, I love this brush, and I'm excited to have another one just because I'm lazy about cleaning my brushes, so it'll be nice to have a backup without having to worry about always having this one clean. The next brush is the full blush brush. I loved this. I was a little bit hesitant because I'm so used to using my Morphe E4, which is an angled brush, that using a brush that's not angled, I felt like I was not gonna like it, or like the application wouldn't go on as well. I was so wrong. I really enjoyed this. It does have a pretty precise application, even though it's not an angled brush. I think this would also work really well for contouring because it does have that slightly skinnier shape to it, so you could kind of get in there. It wouldn't be a really defined contour, but it would be like a nice diffused contour if that is what you're into. So I think this could be kind of a multitasking brush, but I really enjoyed it for blush. Next is the Perfecting Highlight Brush. This had a lot of competition because I do use my Luxie 522 brush every single day. I just want to compare these two because they are such a similar shape. So I feel like this EcoTools one kind of fits right in with what I already had going on in my collection, and I'm excited to have this one as well. I will say that I still like my Luxie one a little bit better, but I will for sure be using this one as well. It's not something that I'm just not going to get my use out of. I really enjoyed this. Next for eyes is the Defined Crease Brush. This is a nice fluffy brush, and this one is really good to throw a color in your crease. I don't think that I would use this to actually define anything on my eye because it is a little bit big. I think it's like the perfect size to do an all over color on your crease, but really nothing more than that. And then the only other thing I used in this collection was the spoolie. Well, I should say to actually apply my makeup. The spoolie is nice. It almost feels like the bristles are separated. Let me find my other spoolie so I can show you guys what I mean. So the spoolie on the bottom is my Bare Minerals one. So I feel like this top one from EcoTools, it kind of lets a lot of the hairs fall through because it's not as dense. So I feel like it doesn't work as well, but I still like it. It still gets the job done. I just feel like it doesn't do the job kind of as well. I never thought I would be picky about a spoolie brush, but apparently I am. Okay, that leaves us with 4 brushes left that I did not use. So the first one is the Base Buffer Brush. I think I probably will use this brush on occasion. I use my F80. This is from Sigma. This is a flat top blending brush. I use this one, and I also use from Zoeva. This one is my 102 Silk Finish. This is actually pretty similar to the Base Buffer Brush. I think I will use it for like CC creams and stuff like that, or even like a stick foundation if I'm trying one out. But I just love applying my makeup with a sponge, so I don't see myself getting too much use out of this one. The next brush is the Angled Liner Brush, and this is just too thick for me. So I use either the Zoeva 317 Wing Liner Brush or the ColourPop Angled Brush. So I'm just going to show you guys kind of the difference in size between these. The EcoTools one is on the bottom, and I just feel like it's a little bit too big for me to get a nice defined wing. So it's really thick. These two are a little bit thinner, and I feel like it's easier to get a nice precise line than it is with this one just because it is a bit thicker. So that's just my personal opinion. I want the option to thicken up my line, but once you have it on there, it's hard to take off. So I don't like using a thicker brush. So this I could see myself using if I was doing shadow as a liner. Then I could kind of buff this in, or I could even blend a color on my bottom lash line with this, but I would not use this for like a gel liquid liner or a gel liner. And then the last 2 brushes are the Classic Concealer and the Classic Foundation Brush. Straight up, this Classic Concealer brush is probably never gonna get any use from me because I don't, number 1, I don't wear concealer, and number 2, even if I did, I would blend it out with a sponge, not with this. And then this Classic Foundation Brush, I actually love these brushes, but I use them to apply masks. So I just think it's really nice to dip this into a mask that's in a jar instead of sticking my fingers in there to put the mask on. So I will apply this on my skin that way, and it kind of gets a nice even application, but I don't usually use these for foundation. So I will definitely get my use out of this, but obviously I didn't today since I did not put a mask on. But I am excited to have this because the one that I have, the handle broke off, so it's only this like tiny little thing that I'm like using. So this will be a nice addition. So overall, I have 6 brushes that I'm excited about to use. I have 1 brush that I will use that I wouldn't necessarily purchase, but I will still get my use out of. And then I have 4 brushes that I have something else in my collection that I'll most likely use more than these, but I might get some use out of them. My overall opinion of this collection is I personally really love it. I do think that there are some eye brushes missing. The only eyeshadow brush included is this one, which I feel like this is just for a crease. You don't have any like smaller definer brushes, a pencil brush. I think a nice pencil brush would have been nice. I think a more defined shadow brush to kind of deepen up your outer V or anything like that, that would have been nice. A flat shader brush would have been nice to kind of pack on a color onto your lid. So I definitely think there are some holes as far as your eye brushes go. But if I'm being totally honest, EcoTools eye brushes are not my favorite anyway. I've tried a few of them, I like some of them, but I've found other brushes that I like more for my eyes. So that doesn't necessarily bother me that much, but I do have eye brushes in my collection already that I love. So if this is what you're expecting to be your end all be all and you want to experiment with eyeshadow, I think you'll have some holes in your collection. But if you already have some eyeshadow brushes and you could use another crease brush, I think this collection is amazing. I think for $50, it's a great value, but you definitely have to use the majority of the brushes because you can buy the brushes on their website individually or at Ulta or the drugstore. You can buy them individually if there's only a couple of the brushes that you want. I hope that this video was helpful for you, and I hope it kind of like steered you in a direction one way or another. Again, I am excited to have these in my collection, and I think that it's a great value for me personally because I will get a lot of use out of the brushes. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know your favorite brush brand, if you're gonna pick this up, if you're gonna pass on it. You know, what do you think about the kit? Let me know all the things down below in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.